it's Haley, and today I'm doing a spoiler-free review for Beauty Queens by Libba Bray. So this book is kind of a satirical survival story, and it tells the story of 50 beauty pageants who are on their way to compete in the Miss Teen Dream beauty pageant when their plane crashes on a stranded island, and stuff gets crazy from there. So this book really made me realize that Libba Bray is one of my all-time favorite authors. I really love her. I have read The Diviners by her, and that's a historical fiction. It's a completely different ballgame. Her writing in that was just so lyrical and beautiful, just fun and awesome, and even in this book it was lyrical, but it was so funny. This book, like, from the beginning had me laughing out loud. I actually listened to it on audiobook, and I would personally recommend listening to the audiobook because in this book it's told like a TV show. Like, there's commercials in it and there's little footnotes in it. Like, it is so cool. There's like little classified chapters, like stuff like that. And it just really added something to listen to it on audiobook. The audiobook is actually narrated by Libba Bray herself, and she does a different voice for all of the characters, which was so crazy because that's a lot of voices. But even without her doing those like different voices for the characters, I could still tell who was talking. A problem I have a lot with audiobooks is that there are too many characters. Like, when there's a lot of characters, I can't tell who's who. But with this one, I could tell even like even without her doing different voices, I would have been able to tell because they all had just such distinct personalities, and I really loved that. And this book had quite a few characters because there were like survivors from all the different states, but like it's still, I could tell, and it was awesome not getting the characters confused because I struggle with that a lot with audiobooks. I know I'm not the only one because it just gets confusing. But back to her writing, the fact that she was able to translate that kind of lyrical style into this completely different genre of satire was just so baffling to me. I think that's really the mark of a great writer, is the fact that she can go from historical fiction, just this beautiful historical fiction, to this hilarious survival story is just so amazing to me. And this isn't just a survival story. It deals with so many important issues. There are LGBTQ aspects to it. There's feminist aspects to it. There are so many important issues that are dealt with in this book. It is crazy, and they are so well handled. Like, this book sends you a message, and I just loved that. I mean, all of the characters, they may seem like these like perfect little beauty queens, but they're not, and I really love that you got to kind of see that side of them. I thought it was just so awesome that you got to see like all of these issues being handled and how the girls were kind of dealing with it. Like, I just really enjoyed all the characters. They were so interesting. Like, even despite having so many characters, I didn't find that any of them were one-dimensional. You got to learn kind of the backstory to all of them. And this is only like a 400-page book, which isn't really even that long to be dealing with that many characters and also dealing with plot things. I just thought it was just so good, and the fact that she just got through so many of these characters and made me like feel like I was friends with all of them, I thought that was awesome. I mean, that is just so incredible for a writer to be able to do that. The thing I had a little bit of an issue with was the plot. It was really kind of surreal, but like not in a good way. I thought some of the twists and turns were a little bit stupid, and like not funny for me personally. I don't know. That was just my thoughts, but I still really loved the book as a whole. I thought it was still a fantastic story, and just all of the issues that were dealt with were just so incredible, and I just loved the fact that this book was hilarious. Like, I'm not kidding you, I was laughing out loud. This book was so funny, but it also is so important. It shares such an important message, and I just really loved that. So I think that's all I had to say about this book. I overall really loved it. I ended up giving it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I docked the 0.5 just for the couple plot issues I had, and I know a lot of people don't really like this book, and that's why I would say I would recommend it in audiobook form, because it really is like, it reads like Survivor, like the TV show, but it's just so funny, and I just think it is so great. I mean, satire, you're always going to have a couple people who have issues with it, but I think if you give this book a chance, you might really enjoy it, because I really loved it, and I just love Libba Bray. She can do no wrong. I love all of the books that I've read of her so far. I've only read 2, but like I've just loved them so much, so I'm definitely going to be reading more of her in the future. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!